Hey everybody, this is Rustin with the Examiner and the Idaho music scene, and with us today, Ryan DeMars of the Expendables, California, Santa Cruz, of course, one of my old stomping grounds there. California Reggae, if you will. So how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Summer's just started out here. It's nice and hot. The beach is very nice, and we're getting ready to leave it all and go on tour with the Dirty Heads in a little bit.
Well, yeah, and with Dirty Heads and Big B on the Cabin by the Sea tour, that's a pretty sweet summer lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've done tours with Big B before, and Dirty Heads are old friends of ours. We've done a bunch of shows with them. But it's been about, 5 years or so since we've shared the stage, so both bands are really excited to get reunited.
Excellent. So we have to talk music, of course, but before that, we have to get to the important stuff.
Okay.
What happened to our Sharks again this year? What do we got to do to get out of the second round?
We have to learn how to pass.
Is that what it is? I mean, they've been killing me for, almost 20 years now. It's like we can never get past round two. I'm going to die of old age. So.
Yeah, I think it's every time we get in those high spots, it's like, we need to really clean up the passing. I feel like that's where it's all getting lost.
Well, you get to see far more games than I do these days, so I'll have to take your word on that one. So now, you and the guys have been doing this for a decade and a half. Well, you joined 13 years ago, so close enough. Basically, from high school on, is it somewhat surreal that this much time has passed and this has sort of turned into a career?
Yeah, I talk about it all the time when someone asks that question. It's like, we just sort of wanted to play music with our friends. We're just kids in high school, and then all of a sudden we just kind of fell ass backwards into a career, and here we are, 13, 14 years later and making a living out of it. So it's very surreal. It's kind of trippy to look back at the timeline, and I can't imagine bands like the Rolling Stones that have been doing it for like 50 plus years, and they're in the same boat, but never broken up,
Hey, well, you guys have already outdone Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, so,
Oh, boy.
Time-wise, anyway, right?
Yeah, time-wise.
So, and in an era where bands change members like underwear, you guys have stayed the course together. What do you attribute that to?
I think a lot of that is just from us being friends and having this big support group of friends. I mean, Santa Cruz is this kind of a bubble town, if you will, where everyone really knows each other. So a lot of people have this Santa Cruz pride, and everyone's friends and everyone's tight, and it's just, I think that's helped out a lot, is just we're all best friends, and it's stuck that way. It's not like we just kind of started from a record label or whatever, and someone just leaves and we hire someone else. It's just like, it's a whole family thing for us.
Right. It's not just a job. It's sort of a lifestyle with all of you. Now,
yeah.
Reggae has some strange universal appeal, at least in a live format. I've seen metalheads and country fans all grooving to reggae. Why do you think it crosses genres so readily?
I think because a lot of people love to smoke weed, and that's something that metalheads and country folks and, all music lovers that are into weed, they're just going to love reggae just because it's, it's the marijuana music, I guess. I don't know.
It's the 420 thing, huh?
Yeah, I think also reggae has that appeal of relaxing, and you're at the beach hanging out, just chill music. Everyone loves chill music, so I think reggae definitely nails that.
Yeah, there's just a real friendly vibe to it. You can't help but to just sort of enjoy the moment when you're listening to it and watching it. So
yeah, it's positive vibes, man. Everyone's just having a good time,
And you guys, the Expendables, are thrown into that reggae boat, but you have a lot of other flavors too. There's some ska, some rock, even a bit of surf. Of course, a lot of that comes from the California thing. Do all four of you write the music for the band?
Mostly it'll be, well, yes, to answer your question, absolutely. We all write the songs, but usually it's one person comes with the main idea, and then it's free to the rest of the bands that add whatever they want. And we have a really open songwriting style. So, yeah.
So, and you guys released album number 6. Wow, album 6 already. Last year, Gone Soft, the acoustic album. Have you guys been thinking about doing an acoustic album for a while?
Yeah, our whole career, we've always wanted to do an acoustic effort. And when we played Dan's Warped Tour 2010, we were doing acoustic sets at our merch booth because during set time on stage, they only give you a half an hour, so
right.
We use it as a chance to reach out to all our fans and give them a little bit more. And so we were, doing acoustic renditions of our previous songs and some new ones, and it got really good response, and we just decided to roll with recording an acoustic album right after that Warped Tour, since we were all fresh on the idea. So
cool. And you guys have a real party atmosphere when you perform live. Will you be mixing in the acoustic stuff or sort of keeping it all electric to keep that energy going?
We'll definitely be doing majority just full band electric, traditional Expendables. But I think on a song or two, Raul or Jeff are going to trade out their electric acts for an acoustic guitar and do little acoustic electric hybrid type stuff.
Nice. So that'll be cool to get a chance to see then. So what's going on with the next regular studio album? Because it's been 3 years now since the last studio album. Where are you guys at with that?
Yeah, well, we're tracking it. Let's see, we started tracking it 2 weeks ago. We finished bass, drums, and a lot of the guitars for half the album already. So after we get back off of this tour, we're going to jump in and try to finish this album as fast as we can and get it out there.
Hopefully before the end of the year?
The album will definitely be done by then, but I think we're going to shoot for an early release in 2014 just so we can have the proper marketing time and all that mumbo-jumbo.
Gotta think all that business stuff, huh? So.
Yeah, it's no fun when you have to think of the business. I just like the playing and having a good time part, but it's all got to be done to tie the package together.
Right. And have you guys slapped a name on it yet, or is that still too far away?
Still, we've had a bunch of ideas. We're trying to get suggestions from fans, and we do a little campaigning on our Instagram and Twitter to get ideas, but nothing is solid yet.
Gotcha. Now, last year, if I remember correctly, you guys wrote with Eric from Revolution. How did that go?
Good. Yeah, I think Eric, at the time, I'm pretty sure he still lives up in the San Francisco area, or the Bay Area, and we have our own recording studio facility in Santa Cruz, so when they're off tour, we had them come down, and we co-wrote a song that we did a rough demo for, and hopefully when we get back from this tour, we can put it all together and finish up all the little tweaks on that piece. So that would be cool if we could get that on the new album. It's still a little premature to know exactly where that song's going.
Right, nice. And Revolution were just here in Boise a couple of months ago to a packed show, it's weird. There's this real reggae crowd here, and it surprised me quite a bit when I moved here. Have you noticed a lot of sort of those off-the-grid cities like Boise and stuff have such a big reggae following?
Yeah, I mean, the West Coast reggae sound is definitely expanding. It's even places like Cleveland, Ohio, and, Kentucky. I mean, just random places in the whole country. They're starting to catch on, and, it's just building bigger and bigger every time we go out. So it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see it for the genre. And Revolution at this point, in my mind, is unstoppable. So they'll bring a huge crowd to freaking any town in the world, it seems like.
So, well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume you don't have any memorable Boise stories.
Oh, man. We've played Boise 10 times. 10, 12 times.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not one of those towns that really, it's a nice town, but I don't think it really sparks a lot of memories.
Shoot, we had one time we were on our way to Boise. I can't remember if it was from Denver or it was from Salt Lake, but we were cruising in the middle of the night, 4 in the morning. I was driving, and it was during a blizzard, and it was back in our van days, so we did a full, the trailer did the full black ice thing, and we spun a 360 with the van and trailer across the whole freeway and just pretty much scared crapless, and ended up banking into the side of the freeway in a big snowbank facing the opposite direction of traffic, and that was probably one of the scariest moments, and that's something I always will never forget with the Boise area for sure.
Nice. So before we get out of here, a couple for fun. Besides music and golf, of course, what are you into?
Surfing is a big part of my life. Jeff surfs a little bit. Jeff's the big golf guy.
Right.
My big thing is the surfing. I just bought a house, too, so that has been keeping me extremely busy with just endless projects. Jeff and Adam also do a lot of the Pro Tools recording stuff at our studio, so they're engulfed in that. And Raul spends a lot of time training for triathlons and getting his booty in shape for on tour so he can drink and eat shitty food all the time.
All right, so our pointless question of the week. If you guys could appear on any television show or series, what would it be?
Oh, boy. Anyone. Let's see. There's so many good ones. Talk show, I'd have to go Conan O'Brien. I mean, I just love that guy.
What if it was fiction or something like that?
Probably, it would probably be us playing a little metal number on one of the castles in Game of Thrones.
Nice. Excellent. Ryan DeMars of the Expendables hitting the road June 21st with Dirty Heads and Big B, hitting Boise on Monday, July 15th at the Knitting Factory. Ryan, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us. It's been great, and I look forward to seeing you guys when you roll through town.
All right. Thanks, man. Take care.
Take care, brother.